Wiser with wine. Wiser with wine. Keeping it real, one pour at a time. This is Wiser with Wine.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Wiser with Wine. This is the end part of our trilogy of interviews. Today we're going to be interviewing Lucy to delve into, not that we already reveal so much of ourselves on this podcast, but we thought you'd like to get to know Lucy, a little bit about her past.
You don't need to.
Yeah, we do. We're actually really excited about this.
I'm not.
Yes. But I was going to ask Lucy to heard it through the grapevine. I was going to ask you about your Dazza and Kazza story from the other night, which I found absolutely hilarious.
Oh, I don't find it funny.
Go on, Lucy. Go on, tell us. Where were you?
I was at a trophy night. I told you, yeah.
Maybe.
No, she has.
I was at a trophy night for our soccer where we're like, our soccer play, they had a trophy night
You were at-
to end of season
you were at
at the
Burswood.
Crown, yes.
Yeah, Crown.
And obviously we stopped off for drinks at yours before we walked over.
Yep.
And clearly drink had been taken quite a bit that night. Or it actually didn't start. Right at the start I was off the bat apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So we were sitting at the coach's table because my husband was a coach. And Hottie Daz, one of the coaches there, we'll call him Dazza, I basically told him that he's really hot and that he's got a nickname. We call him Hot Darren. And that there's a lot of moisty vaginas that appear when he's walking on the field. And I actually told that to his face. But what made it worse was he had a partner there. And I thought, well, Hot Dazza, Hot Kazza. And her name is not Kazza at all, not Karen. I don't know why I thought it was Karen. And I still can't remember what it is. It starts with C.
Was Carolyn, wasn't it?
Carol, I don't know. It's something like that. But, yeah, it got weirder because as they were dancing, I thought that was so hot. I had to come in between, but I came between his legs and popped out and went, hello. And then I just shimmied my way up and fucked off. And he thought it was really weird. But now it's just now everyone's got into the Hot Darren. It's actually just
Blown
taken
up.
a life of its own. And so now every time my husband comes home, he's like, Darren's wondering if you're coming to the game. And I'm like, well, tell Hot Daz I don't want a shirt on when I come on. I want to see the chest. So now I think he's scared to see me. But I'm just speaking on behalf of all the women that think he's hot.
Right.
You're doing a public service.
And I think Dazza and Kazza go together.
I know.
Shazza.
So,
I get called Shazza. Apparently I'm really ochre.
so the Hot Dazza and the Hot Kazza, pretty
Yes.
much. Very good. So
I played that
I
down
thought
a
it was-
lot because there's
so-
a lot more I did.
The one thing I know with Lucy is that you're always surprised and there's always laughs with it. So that was one of those stories that we had in the last week. But we're going to start talking about your dancing.
Ugh.
I've always wanted to know. That's why we've never had
Yeah,
proper
no.
conversations.
So
I have so many questions.
can I just say what made you take up So first things first, is it only ballroom dancing that you did?
Do you know? Do you know how it started?
Yeah.
Do you remember Johnny Young Talent Time?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember it? No. It was a show, but it actually was like they did like, I think we did concerts and it was like I did tap, jazz. I think they didn't really have hip hop back then, but it was like contemporary. We had all, and I think there was ballet.
Danny
It was a really
Minogue,
Danny Minogue. Who
Tina,
else?
I
Tina
know the show,
Arena, that's where
yeah.
they got famous.
That's where they all started.
Yeah.
And so it was like it was sort of like a talent show, wasn't it? They had did like singing, they had dancing, they had all kinds of shit. And what's his name? I forgot. He was
Johnny Young.
He was the host. Yeah, Johnny Young.
Johnny Young, I think.
Yeah, and then
I think.
wasn't it? No, that was the other thing. Yeah, Johnny Young, I think, started. So they actually had schools here. So I think I was 4 or 5, but I found Mum's going through photos of like she's going through all our photos and, happened to be over. And we found one of so I was a real tubby kid. Like I just had I was chunky legs, chunky, cheeks. And I had that fucking leotard. And I still remember it was a red leotard, but it was like a white T-shirt with Johnny Young Talent Time. And it was like this red, it was just like a round scoop. It was just so cute with my little pot belly sticking out and I had my big smile on. So I think, 4 or 5, I started that. I started dancing then.
Right.
Did that. And then how I got into Latin American dancing was we were at I think it was like a talent show at like a community centre and they were doing all kinds of stuff. Like they were doing like, boys dressing up as girls, and they were like, doing karaoke kind of singing and stuff. It was like a really funny comedy show. And then they had people that were doing, I think they were doing like the cha-cha and the Latin stuff like that. And the guy that was running it, you'd know, he's like DJs around now.
Oh, yes. Zell.
Was doing it that night. And then he was in the area, he was like in Hammy, I think, Hammy Hill. I can't remember where he was starting. So anyway, we were just doing social lessons, and then he was doing competing, like he did competition dances, and that's how I got into competing. So I think I was about 10 or 11.
Okay. And so randomly, how many dances can you do?
So when I was 11, we did there's 3 styles that they do in Australia.
Yes.
So it's modern, which is like the waltz and the, quick step and all that. The ugly dresses. You've got to be like look like spaghetti.
Viennese waltz.
Yeah, but you got to look like a spaghetti to look elegant and beautiful, not like me, butch. And then they did New Vogue, which is only done, I think, in Australia. Do they do it in New Zealand? I think they don't do it in Europe. So it's like a combination of ballroom dancing and Latin American dancing.
Okay.
But it's like with a partner. Sometimes you let go, sometimes you're together. Like it's a combination. And it's really cool. So you're in long ball dresses, and then you do Latin American. So each one has 5 dances, which I hated.
So is
the ballroom.
So is that 3 times 5 then?
So we would do like 15 dances.
15 dances.
So when you were doing all 3 styles. So as a kid, you do junior, which is up to 12, and then you're in the adult, which is considered basically, is it 13? Oh, shit, it might be a bit older. I think 16. Actually, can't remember. It might have changed now. So, yeah, when you hit your teens, you get into the adult division, and then from adult you go to, which is called adult, is amateur, so that's up to 35. And then if you don't turn professional, which you can be professional, I think, after 16 any point, you go into like the masters, the geriatric period, which is 35 and over. So there's all different categories, yeah? So you do a competition, and it'd be like, if you're doing all 3 styles, you're doing 15 dances. So if there's like a major national championship, you're starting early in the morning, you're doing 15 dances, but there could be rounds. So there could be like, so you're doing like, so depending on what level you are, say you're at the top level, which would be, they kept changing it, like grade A or level 1 or level 5, whatever it is. Just think of this, if you're doing the 3 styles, it's 5 dances each, the rounds there could be 5 rounds.
Well,
so it dwindles down to then the top 24 to top 12 and then top 6. But you could be starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, and that finishes up to like midnight.
Wow.
So there's a lot of dancing. So depending on the competitions, how many couples. So you think about, there's like 5 rounds. There could be like 40 couples in each round. So it's a lot of dancing. But then we did all 3, and then I just hated it. You have to be elegant. Like you have to look like a spaghetti. Like, and I didn't look like a spaghetti. I was like, had like short legs and long torso. You know what I mean? And I always had short hair. Like they made me into this butch shit, like with the wild hair. So it was like, I'm just so not that type of dancer. And, everyone wanted to try to be like dancing, like a dancer like that. So, so I dropped that. I think we were 14, 15 when we dropped modern and New Vogue, and then concentrated on Latin. So that's all I did.
And so is Latin rumba?
Yeah, it's got the cha-cha, samba, rumba, paso doble and jive.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Paso doble.
That's what I loved in Spain, like the flamenco dancing.
Yeah,
amazing. It's
awesome.
So awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Wow. And so who's your favourite partner of all time?
I can't remember the name.
But did you have one?
Do you know
Did
what?
you have one?
No, I did. Do you know what it was? I'm still friends, and you know what? I've got so much friendship. Like I have so many friendships. Our friendships have lasted with most of them. Some of them I don't talk to at all. My second one, which we went through our teens because we went to high school together. Matt, we did like life together. So we were only we went together long because he loved modern and I loved Latin. So we kind of like really struggled with that. Yeah, we were very different. So, yeah, we didn't do well at all. Well, we just had fun. Like we used to do, you train every day. Like we'd go like 3 or 4 lessons, I think, back then. And they were like I was just thinking about it the other day. It's money in itself that is such an expensive sport.
Yes.
And especially back then. Like we would pay like I think it was like $65. No, it wasn't together. I think it was together. So it'd be 65, so you'd half that. It was $65 an hour. But it didn't matter if you were single with a partner. Like that's the price.
Right.
Back then it was an hour. And then I know when I was teaching, like I would charge $85 for 45 minutes.
God.
And you'd be like chockers from day dot to from when you started till you'd finish. And then if we had international judges that would come, they'd their price would
Yeah.
be more. You say you're paying like $100, $110 for 45 minutes.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's money and it's all cash, which is insane.
king.
But back then, it was, I don't know how people do it now.
Yeah, because it's all PayPass.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
No. And tell me, what is your best music to dance to?
I say I used to be real moody. Like it depends what mood. It's Latin American.
Latin American,
Yeah,
okay.
I hated. I'd never dance. Do you know what it is? When you dance with a band and you can feel the music through the floor, such a different, like that old school. My favorite is Puente. Is it Tito Puente?
Mm-hmm.
He's like this Latin American. He's so good, like with the drum, the way he sings, like that real Cuban. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
I fucking love that, like 50s, 60s, like that old. I love those old songs, which is really weird when you listen to it. You're like, oh, this is shit, but it just gets you,
For dancing.
Yeah, it just gets you in the mood. Nothing beats a band.
Right. Okay.
It's a different feel to what you listen to a CD or, like through Spotify. It's not the same.
If anything ever comes on in the house, do you ever put any on some music in the house when no one's watching and just like dance?
I know, I listen to it in the music and I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
Just go,
Do you doing like the moves in your head?
No, do you know what? Well, you know what someone said to me?
And you'd be like, and lift. And
No, I sometimes I'm like, I'll think, I could do that. Then I'll fuck that. And then I got to do it. My back. I bought a muscle. Fuck.
Oh, you remember you're 40 then.
Oh, my God, I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm old. Well, clearly I've just busted my fucking ankle and it's like I'm going to lose it. That's how I feel.
Yep.
I just said to my son in the car today, I was like, listen, he goes, how's your foot? And I go, it's really sore. I don't know if I've broken it like last time. But then I can kind of walk on it. It's not the same. It hasn't blown up as big as last time. And I was like, listen, be careful when you break something. You don't understand. You think you're invincible and then you hit 40. And he's like, listen, he goes, don't put your problems onto me. He goes, I'm not you. I was like, I'm just saying to you, don't break your body parts. It's never the same. Is it not? Well, there you go.
So how much training did you have to do?
As I got older, we used to train every day.
Wow.
Wow.
Like before school,
Except
after
for Sundays,
school?
which would be competing days. Yeah. At school, during schools, we were packed. The studios, there's so many different studios we've been to. It used to be north of the river, so we would finish school. My partner's mum would, because mum was working all the time, so my partner's mum, I'd get home from school as soon as I could from the bus. We'd have to make it there for I think our lessons were before 6, so we'd have to, deal with the traffic. You'd get there, warm up, have your hour lesson, and then you'd practice for a couple hours. And then as you got older, we used to do Pilates, used to do ballet training, it did different genres of music. So I'd work all day and have to make it to the city by 6 to do you'd have a lesson and then you'd practice, and then sometimes there'd be practice nights, which you practice, it'd be like a mini competition rehearsal. And so you would compete against yourself and then your friends and stuff. And that would be for endurance, for your fitness and stuff like that. And then you do gym either afterwards or before work. So it'd be I'd have a couple hours sleep. By the time I got home, I never could sleep properly. And then, it was just insane.
So what age did you do this? So you obviously started when you were younger.
So I started, I think, 10 or 11. So I went into it. That's right. Mum cut me off. Because I was working at 14, 9 months. I used to help with costumes were cheap when you were younger. And then as you hit the adult, and then the more you progress, as you got better, you had to look good. And then it got to a point where every competition you need a new outfit.
Wow.
So then you'd have to, obviously you're paying for it until you got sponsorship, or if someone was giving you dresses or whatever, or you're borrowing from friends and stuff like that. She cut me off and she was like, if you want to do this, I think I was 17, 18. Ooh. She's like, if you want to do this, you got to pay it yourself. And I think she thought I would crack because, 14, 15 is when a lot of kids either go, you continue what you're doing, or you're like, fuck this, I'm going to live as a kid and do stuff. I continued, but I knew how to, play and then work hard. I didn't care about work. I did whatever. I finished school. I wanted to dance, whatever I wanted to do, just to make money to do my hobby.
Oh, that's great.
Wow. So you did. I didn't know how deep that passion went for you, because I thought you just did it at school and then it kind of stopped.
But then too, I think when she stopped, she would help here and there, but my dresses were getting expensive. They were pounds back then. They'd get to £1,600. That's a lot back then. So it'd be 2,000. I'd be paying it was fucking ridiculous. And then coming from England, you know what I mean? And we were constantly I'd wear them back then. I would wear them a couple times and then I'd save them for shows. But then it got to a point where it was like I had to have a new outfit all the time. So to have a local designer here, but then I'd have the one in the UK. Like it was insane. And I think she thought I'd crack, and I was like, nah. But I was always poor.
So after that,
And I had a shopping habit.
So if I can just intervene, Alex, after that ultimatum, how many years did you do?
So I got injured. Shit. I think it wasn't close to when I got pregnant. I think I retired, you could say.
Yeah.
I think it was 27, 28.
Wow.
Right, so you lasted a while.
Yeah.
That's really long. Like,
Not really.
Is it?
No,
Oh,
they go now
God.
into their 40s now.
oh, cool.
Yeah. I'd say 28 I'd stop because then I got told I couldn't have kids because of dancing, like all the
Mm.
because we weren't eating and, it's such a different – it's really funny now you see it watching because obviously I'm in contact with friends and I'm still invested like I watch, although I don't want nothing to do with it, which is really funny. When I get there and people go, do you want to judge? And I'm like I don't know, I'm so over it. Like do you know what I loved about it? I didn't like competing. I did not like it was fun, but I hated tanning. Like it was just fucking, and I was white as hell and I had to be black and I was always orange and I could never get that perfect tan and I sweated so much. Like it was just shit. But like it started for me on a Thursday because I was so fucking white that, to get that nice coat so I'd look sort of normal on the dance floor. It was a shit show, and then I'd go to I know they're not good now, the solarium. Back then we all went to the solarium. We were trying to burn the shit out of our skins. My fucking skin would never tan. It just would stay white. And even my coach would go, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I just don't tan. I'd go get burnt. Like even when I got burnt and just it went whiter. It just never fucking worked for me. But no, with just all that prep, I really hated that. I loved getting into I just loved creating choreographing, just being with a coach and
you like
with a partner.
You
and
like the
stuff.
interaction with a choreographer.
Yeah, I just loved how we would think about what we were gonna do that day and then create something and do that. I loved all that. I loved the practice.
Okay.
Teaching was all right. Like I didn't mind teaching, which was fun because you could be a good dancer, but you sometimes can't teach someone.
Yes.
Mm.
So I think it's when you've got to work hard to get to that place, you can understand the fundamentals, like the dynamics of it, so it's easy to teach someone.
Yes.
Whereas if you're just a lot of them are naturally talented, but they have no idea how to do it because their body does it. It's really interesting, like how it all works. So yeah, my thing was more. I didn't mind doing shows. That was fun. See, like my last partner, we were together, I think 6 years before my injury. We were so different. Like he loved to compete, was competitive. Like I was competitive too. Like you get into a real selfish zone. But I loved doing the shows sometimes. It depends on the mood, shows. I like just to go out there because I didn't have to worry about if something fucked up. You didn't have to worry about it. And we were very like, I just let things go where he would we'd have wicked, epic arguments. Like my best mate, she and her partner would go physically have, she'd fucking whack him. He'd pushed her. It was insane.
It was really strictly boring.
You'd be,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
no, it is. Do you know what? We make fun of it, but it is fucked up. We would, it'd be funny. You'd be at, we're all there and we're all friends, but then we're on the dance floor, they're competitors.
Yeah.
We would not speak to each other. Or us girls would hide when we're getting changed. And then as soon as we're out there, fuck off, bitch. I will stab you. Give me a shank. Do you know what I mean? It was really
Competitive
funny.
mode.
And then there was some rivalries that you were fuck. It was, all that, sabotaging with
Yes.
shoes, we'd have, someone would fuck up someone's shoe, and you'd always have backups. But dresses would go, get damaged.
Oh,
and
wow.
there's thousands of dollars worth of dresses there. Just little shitty things like that. Or, you'd have to go to the right coaches because when they're judging, they would judge there. All that shit happens. They're judging their own person, and they're putting their couples before you. And then obviously you couldn't do that because obviously if you were always winning, it'd be obvious. But all that,
So
I
there
scratch
was-
your back, which I didn't, and never, if I didn't like you, I'd tell you, and I didn't give a fuck. I'd say that to a
There's
coach.
a boring
whatever.
dancing underbelly is what you're saying.
Oh, it's insane. And that was on a small, the bigger the competition, the more it is. It's just really funny. I never played to that, which I would always get told, to shut your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to do what I want.
Politically correct.
Yeah.
So where did you do all these competitions? Did you have to travel around Australia?
Yeah, we all did. We all there's the Australian Open used to be televised. I think it's stopped now. don't know if it's still, I don't actually watch it anymore. It's gone smaller over the years, like I think with COVID, although I haven't been to a competition for ages, but I think, with, money and stuff like that, it's completely different. But it used to be televised, so that was like the Mecca in Australia. Like that was December was the Mecca. Everyone would come there and you'd do that. But yeah, we all had like every state had a competition, and that was like there was June. Say was Sydney always was in June, and then you'd have like Melbourne would have their their own kind of like state one, not the Australians would be all the states, and everyone internationally would come, whoever was getting sponsored that year, to come over and promote it. But then it became like rankings got involved as the years progressed, and that was even another set of politics because you were like affiliated with one competition, and that was one body, and then two bodies got then there was more bodies, and so you couldn't dance if you were paying fees for one committee, you couldn't go to another, like this competition that's sponsored by this council because you're affiliated with these guys and you get in trouble. Like there was to a point like got crazy. Like people would get letters saying, you're banned, you can't dance. Like it was ridiculous. Like it's gotten to the point now where it's ridiculous. But yeah, back then it was just a lot of fun. So we would like, you'd have your own state competitions, and then you would have like interstate, and then you would have like the national. And then you'd have international ones that are like, famous and everyone knows and you go to. Yeah, like every country has a thing.
What were some of the ones you went to? Did you go to some overseas?
Yeah, we went to like we had the UK Open, like the British is like the $1 million, like, well, you call it that, but it's not really $1 million, but £1 million. But like that's like the Mecca, like where all the greats would go, and it's got so much history. Like that was really cool. And then in like Asia's like huge, like that's where I think they make their money now. Like back then, like you're amateurs trying to make a living, but then like you turn pro, that's when you're pro, that's when you got the status with it. And that's right. I think we were deciding whether we were going to stay in amateur because it wasn't like, I don't know, it's like a different pecking order, and then you get into pro, like things can change. So like your style or how you would dance, like if you would just always, so we'd be in the top 6, and it was like really hard to, because you just had that, and then when they left or retired, then you'd move up unless you change your dancing style and you surpass this, which happens. But yeah, it's just a lot of it's true. It's politics, but then it's also talent, and how it was. So it was really frustrating sometimes. So I think we're on the verge of going pro. We decided we'll go professional. We hadn't like announced it, and then my injury happened, and then it just we got sidetracked, and then I was like, I'm not fucking doing this.
Not
I'm over it.
be.
Yeah, like it was. I think I was done too. So then I think once you get an injury that you can't come back from, it's really hard to get back in. Like any sport person would tell you, it's completely different.
Can I ask what your highest achievement was? Like, do you remember a particular, like the greatest
I think they were
thing you've
all
won?
like, winning state was fun because like, all the people that you kind of like, state was cool. I think we won it once a national. Can't remember that because we were mostly finalists. I think when we were in Asia, we won, we did a competition, and that was just really cool because it was international, and you competing against their top. That was probably the most fun. And
do you get one of those really?
They're crazy. They're fucking crazy over there. You're like, you get mobbed. It's hilarious. Like they're just like, I don't know if that's the culture. They're just crazy.
The starstruck maybe because you just won. Did you get one of those big novelty trophies?
Yeah, you do, but then you got to give it back.
Yeah, because you can't.
Yeah. Okay. Although I must have not returned it because Mum found it. And I was like, I literally went just chuck it in the bin, and we did. And now I'm like, I was looking for it the other day. I'm going, fuck, I should have kept all those. Yeah. I've got little trophies and stuff like that when we've done shows and we've been given stuff. Like I've got little things, but I'm weird. I really am weird. I chuck them all out. Like videos and DVDs I don't have. I must have even given to friends to borrow, and then like I'm so crap with that. Now I'm thinking, oh fuck, I should have got that.
I've still got
back.
my school trophies from 40 years ago.
No, but then I think I wish I was like that because it's so fun. Like I've got photos and I've got some random videos which I would never show anyone. But yeah, because now the style's different now. It's changed. Yeah. It's like, you're like, God, you were shit back then and that was good. Like, when you look back, you go, fuck.
Well, when this episode comes out, I am going to take some of those photos.
No, you're not.
Yes, I will.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Just one. Can I have one, please?
Oh, my God, I want to die.
Because I had a six-pack.
I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was
Lucy, you're still hot.
No,
God damn.
I'm
back then you were.
I had muscle everywhere. Back
you
muscle.
were
Way muscle.
Caliente.
Just with my short hair.
So I know you've had 2 boys, but if you had a girl, do you think you would have put up?
Actually, no, I would. You know why? Because it is good. It is good for growth.
Yeah.
Because
Is it confidence?
confidence as well. Yes, but I would not be a stage mum. I'd be like my mum. Actually, my mum was brutal. My mum. I love my mum, but I think I'm like that. My mum was never involved. Like, she'd drop me off. She'd never come in and sit, and they'd all sit there. Those mothers, we call them like the fluffy ducks and this and that. We all had nicknames. And they'd sit there and they come and fucking. You're not giving more attention to my daughter. It's just like, shut up, bitch. Like, are you dancing or is it your daughter? Or like, they thought the child or the son was better than what they were, and they're absolute shit. And you think, is this bitch on like crack? Like, does she not see that they're crap? Like, they ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? It's like, I think it's any genre. But, yeah, my mum was so brutal. My mum would be like this. We'd win something and she'd be like this. Did you really think you deserved that win? And I'd be like, but I won. She goes, oh, I would have given it like to the person that came second. They felt it more. And I was like, well, you know what? You can shove it because I just won it. But now I'm like that. I'm like, did you think you deserved that? Or could you have done a bit more? And I'm like, fuck. But you know what? It didn't make me go, oh, my God, Mum, I didn't care. It just made me push myself more.
Yeah, the opposite approach.
See, hard love. Tough love.
Tough love. It's
my
tough
mum
love.
was tough love.
Yeah.
My dad had no idea. He'd be like, how much is that? I'm like, oh, just $200. And Mum's like,
See, I would have thought your mum was the one that made you like do it.
no, I think because she loved it. But then like after a while it was like, and I wouldn't pay anything towards it. And I didn't care back then. I was like, as long as she paid for it, I didn't give a shit. And then when I was paying, I was like, fuck, this is a lot of money. Jesus Christ. I better sell these dresses. And do you know how useless I was? I'd never sell it. Like, I'd never promote it. I'd just let it sit in the back. Be like, and then I threw them out too and I could have made fucking money on that.
You could have. Marketplace.
Yeah, I
It's all
am.
the marketplace. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Tell you.
So then when you were in your 20s, and you were clubbing with your girlfriends, did you like dominate the dance floor?
Oh my God, Alex, are you for serious?
Or do you have a different
You're too
style of
pissed.
dance for
I just
dancing?
dance
in
like a
the-
normal
Yeah.
person. It wouldn't like I go,
I dance with Lucy, and I tell you now, it's all glamour. It's great. She's just she dances beautifully. Like, she doesn't have to be in her 20s.
With a heifer.
We're in our 40s now.
Yeah.
It just happens, doesn't it?
actually, we can do, you and me can do the moves.
Yeah, we can do the
And then we
moves.
do my, grease.
Yes. It's lots of fun. Yeah.
Jab.
She does. Yeah.
And you know what I used to do because I was heavily intoxicated? I'd do a lot of wall dancing,
Yeah.
like to the wall, round the wall, off the wall, on the floor, but next to the wall. Like it was
Because if I had your skills, being a Leo, I definitely would have had my moment on the
No,
dance floor and made everyone go, holy crap, she's
But yeah, the
amazing.
salsa clubs and stuff, that was always fun. There was always
Yeah.
idiots
Yeah.
trying to do it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck, I got this down pat, mate.
Yeah.
Whatever. This like social person now. I'm like, oh, fuck you.
It's nice having that secret skill, like
It's
so
just
that like you
fun.
could go
Party
to those
trick.
places and it's like the dramatic irony of being able to whip out
Yeah. No, it's just, yeah.
even just a little flick
It's
or
a skill
something.
you can't really use. It's not like I'm going to be a
I'd be using it
billionaire.
all the time. Whip out those old costumes.
Oh, my God. I'm burning up.
Speaking of whipping it out, so tell me how you met your husband.
Well said, Alex. To say.
Oh, my God.
I don't think I've ever actually asked you how you met Alan.
I've totally just went blank. Oh, no, you know what?
Do you need a reminder?
No,
or-
me and Alan, we'd known each other because obviously being Croatians, and we lived in Sampson at the time. We were a street apart. So they were one street, I was on a street.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then where we lived was like, so they're literally the street behind, but there was like the alleyway, so you could actually cut through up to their house. So we lived there for years, and so our families sort of like we knew of each other.
We
like,
knew of
no,
each other, yeah.
didn't hang
Okay.
out, but they
Yeah.
knew who they were.
Yeah.
And, you know, our circles always crossed. So he was always with someone, obviously living overseas. I was, you know, here and there. And I was with someone at the time, I think in 2008, I think he was leaving. Yeah, he was leaving to go to Miami for his contract for ships. And I saw him, I was playing a Masso singer. Oh, anyway, it was a hit of the summer and it was blaring because I was helping a friend clean a pub and I was going home to get Macca's on the way home because I was hungry. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Story.
And yeah, we were in the driveway, so the music's blaring and I see this dumbass. See this guy, and I was like, who the fuck's walking? Is he walking to me? And back then we were smoking too, so we're smoking out the driveway. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's coming to kill me. So while I'm waiting for my food. So I've gone to pull up the window up, and he's like, hey, Lucy. And it was Alan. So he had been clubbing and he was going home to Macca's. And then obviously he was like, where are you off to? I'm like, going to my boyfriend's, dickhead, later. And then he obviously was with, I think he had broken up with someone. And then 2 years to the date, he had come from Miami back to Perth.
Yep.
And it was we still argue over this. So it was just a few hours before my birthday.
Oh.
So it was the 19th. It was a few hours and I didn't want to go out. And then we were like, we'll go to, Freo, one of the clubs there. And he happened to be there. And I was quite drunk. I gave him my wrong number, I think. Apparently, he wanted to buy me a drink, and I was always about, no, I'll buy my own drinks. You don't need to buy my drinks. And so I gave him the wrong number, and he tracked me down on social media. I think you were living down south.
Yes, I was.
Yes, and that's how we kind of got together really quick. And then I found out I was pregnant as he was leaving to go on a contract. I think he was in Italy.
Yeah, he was.
And he was like, here's a plane ticket. And I was like, I ain't going on no plane, bitch. I'm pregnant. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, 8 pregnancy tests later. Apparently I am.
And then he rang me and I was in Leadville partying. And I said, Al, what's up? He goes to me, you're going to be an auntie. And I was just so excited. I remember that day so clearly. I was so excited.
Not excited.
Well, I was. I think I bought a round for everybody.
That's how we got together.
Yeah. Sweet.
It's kind of random.
Yeah.
But again, in one of those synchronicity, serendipitous things that you kind of met before but didn't really.
We're always in relationships, in and out.
Yeah, and then like just the right place, right time.
Oh, we would not.
John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
They knew each other for 20 years before they actually married.
Well, that's true. I don't think we would have lasted if I had got together. We have said this, if we were in our 20s.
Yeah.
We would have killed each other because we were very opinionated and knew what we wanted.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be I was tied down. I was in a relationship beforehand.
No, but
not when I met him.
I remember my brother was besotted by you, and I remember having the conversation with him.
Something's wrong with him.
And I said, he goes, this is it, Renee. I said, oh, okay then, this is it. All right, all right. I remember that. I remember that conversation really well. I said, you follow your heart. I always said, follow your heart. So
I was listening to one of our old episodes, with Russell, and he mentioned that Alan had long hair. Did he have long hair at one point?
He did.
Sort of. It didn't really suit him though.
I was just going to say, was that when he had long hair?
He had hair, but it was.
Because I don't know him with hair, so that's like, that blew my mind.
I know him with hair because he's hairy. But
no, he was.
His hair.
Did he have hair?
No, when we were together, no, he did not have hair.
Okay.
I thought he shaved it in his 20s.
Yeah, we used to be like.
It's funny though because he will shave at 6 o'clock in the morning and then he's got shadowed by a 12:01. Yeah. That same couple hours there. But it's really funny. You can see the outline. And I'm like, oh my God, you've got hair all around.
Yes.
There's nothing in the middle, all around. He's like, fuck off. I go, you could wear it as a wig.
Like a chocolate, like Krusty the Clown.
I could grow plants out of the middle bit.
All right, so let's move to something cooking and food.
Yeah, because I was going to say, and then you found out that he was a chef.
Well, that was a bonus.
Were you stoked?
Did you know that straight away?
No, I didn't. I didn't care because I will tell you this all my life. The guys I've been with have all been able to cook.
Oh, you're so lucky.
That's why you don't know how to cook.
No, honestly, that's why I've never. And you know what? It's about rebelling against the establishment. You know what it was? My dad was so adamant being like, Catholic and European, like you, and he had such ideals. And I was like, fuck you, like, fuck off. I'm not going to do that shit. And then, we couldn't, like, our Saturdays were consisting of chores. Like, if we didn't clean the whole fucking house, we couldn't go out. So me and my brother would take all day. We'd like, you'd dust and be like, and then you hear my mum, we're like, oh my God, quickly dusting whatever it is. She'd be like, have you still fucking doing that? Like, hurry up, like literally take all day. Like we hated it. And I think I just thought, I don't have to do this because you're telling me to. So that's why I took a stance of not cooking to like the detriment of myself, really.
That's all right. It's paid off. But I wouldn't cook if my husband was a chef.
But every guy I've been with were either like not a chef but actually could cook, and they were really good cooks.
Yeah.
Like I did. I lived with 4 guys for like 6 months. Like we were just in a house with all these guys. I lived on toast or I didn't eat. So, and that helped me with dancing because I had to be thin. And that was like, I did all the stages. So it was like, it was great. And I saved money. I would drink water, actually Coke.
None of my men
so
cooked.
Healthy.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So, are there any particular days of the year you choose to cook?
Renee, why are you asking me cooking questions? Listen.
Don't you cook on one day?
Us. We're going to ask
I used to cook on a Valentine's Day.
You did?
No, okay. What? 2 years in, and then I was wicked.
Well, you had to tell us.
I know. Was it 2 years in when I was pregnant with my eldest? Alan goes, and we were living together already and stuff. He goes, Valentine's Day is your day, and I'm like, sick. Do you know what I did?
Well, I think you boiled an egg, didn't you?
No.
Boiled an egg.
We were in the apartment. We were living in the apartment, and downstairs was a restaurant, which I won't name. And I would order the food before he came, and then I did this, I think, 2 years in a row, and I would mess it all up so it looked like me and chuck it on the plate, and he'd be like, "This is great." But then I fucked up the second year because I think he caught on to it, and also I did leave one of the takeaway packages in the fucking bin, like amateur move. And then he asked me how I cooked it, and it was literally I think it was seafood. I don't know. It was something like a seafood pasta or some shit. And he actually goes, "How'd you cook this?" And I just went blank. I should have just gone, on the stove, with a pot. And I went, in the oven. He goes, "On what?" And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I said. I was like, on a plate. You can't put a plate in a fucking oven. I was like, surprise! And then, I had a baby, so then I couldn't cook that year. I got it off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I think it stopped.
That's all I
after
did.
that, he didn't expect it.
Yeah.
And so if I do boiled eggs, he gets excited.
Which leads me to my next question. What do you like for breakfast? Do you have a favourite breakfast meal?
Turkish coffee.
Oh,
It used to be cigarettes, but if I'm in Europe, which
Used
it
to be
was,
cigarettes.
which it was in April, it was cigarettes and coffee, black coffee. The blacker and the stronger it is.
It used to be my favourite breakfast too.
Yeah.
Yeah, black coffee.
Although
and
I don't
cigarettes.
mind a smash avocado when I'm out, with friends or we go to a restaurant. But at home, it's just coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've turned into one of those yuppies with the almond milk. Sorry.
So bad. Anyway.
No, I know. Well, it's better than lactose and soy, from Egypt, from the pyramids or something that's been fermented for years, and then I'm waiting there forever while it's coming on a camel.
You know that
You
soy,
know what I mean?
that soy is no good for your hormones? Do you know that?
Mhm.
And soy,
Estrogen. I don't
I
have
know
any of
this
that
is a
stuff.
fun fact. I found out that I knew this from my personal trainer years ago, that if men drink too much soy milk, they can actually start developing breasts. I didn't realise how much it screws up your
Estrogen.
hormones.
And that's what's the thing?
I don't,
Starts with C. That Samantha has in Sex and the City to get her hormones up.
not called.
What, the Susan Summers book,
No,
which is a
C
real
starts
book.
with C.
Yeah.
Is it a
It's
drug?
a
Estrogen. No, it's a food that's anyway.
Carcinogenic, no?
No, I'm going to say
Carcinogenic
it's
cancer.
I
clam
don't
chowder
I'm
or
starting with
something.
C. I'm going
Yeah.
to say my favourite word, but you didn't hear it. It's got nothing to do with
See you
that.
next Tuesday.
That's all good.
C. All right, so the weekly wines between three of us for this particular session, we're just going to think about something that's driving us nuts. Can you think of anything off the cuff?
Just trying to think. There's so many things, but then
Right
they
now.
fly at my window, my brain.
I'm just trying to think what's driving me nuts this week. It's not really
I'm
hard.
really surprised that you just don't have something off the cuff.
Well, I'm
like-
just relaxed after coming back from the trip, so I'm actually finding myself not complaining so much, which is hard to understand.
which is probably a really good thing. It's
Yeah,
positive.
It's probably really quite nice, but
Do you know what? Actually, I will say this. You know what pissed me off in September? Like the whole, school holidays.
yeah,
That they don't start on school holidays. Like one of my kids, it started before school holidays started. Like they were having pupil free days, and that fucked me off the minute I realised, because I didn't realise until that morning when I was finally went through all the notifications that I get through the school, which is 700 million. That I
yeah,
didn't
it's a
check.
lot.
And then I saw on our messages someone going, "Can't believe they get a pupil free day and they got 2 weeks off." That pissed me off. And then to find out, because again, I didn't check the messages. So the day that I was thinking they were going back to school,
was
one
a
of
day
them
late.
had it off again, the same one that
Yeah.
had it off beforehand. I thought, do you even go to school at all? What the fuck is that all about? Because it's my time.
I know.
Yeah. I was always
agree.
used to that because my school we were always had longer breaks.
Yeah, it still pissed me off.
Yeah. Like we finish on I don't know, December 4th
As a
or
parent,
something.
they
Yeah.
should be in school for
Yeah,
most
well,
of the year.
My son's school's finishing December 5th. It's quite
Yeah,
early.
it's always early. Those schools
Quite
start early.
And there's also for him next year. There's 3 weeks in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to plan where I'm going to disappear to.
I think that's why our
With
school
him,
did
of
it, because
course.
all the parents like to go on holidays. So
Disappear with
they
him,
just have
of
as
course,
bigger
but-
holidays as
yeah.
possible.
Yeah, which is great. All right, well, we'll leave it at there. I think that's a good one. Not knowing when your kid goes, and I think we can all relate
Very.
to that. Yeah. And Alex was going to delve into the spiritual world with you.
Yeah, because I asked Rynae this in her interview, but I wanted to ask you, you've mentioned before that you go to tarot and
I used to
all
back
of
in
that
the day.
kind
It
of
was like
stuff.
every week.
No, but back in the day.
Not bad.
And I know you had a love of readings and stuff back then. Was there anything that happened that time that you feel like came true? Or was
there's a few
did you
things,
always
Yes. I think, what was her name? Dawn. And she actually had missing, like, it was like a typical, like, white trash house. And then, when you're walking in, I'd be like, I went to my girlfriend, are we going to die? Because honestly, it was up in the hills. She was fantastic. But, you know how when you go to some tarot, like I've had that when you go tarot card reading
Yeah.
or just a medium, whatever, and they have the crystal ball, that just gets me going, oh, please, bitch. Like, honestly, like they have that crystal ball and they've got, I don't know, rosary. Like, it's just like,
props?
yeah, the theatrics of it.
Funny you say that, Lucy, because a lot of them have rosary beads and crystal
Look, I
balls
get it.
and the crucifix. You're going,
I get it, but it's like when it's like
Contradictory.
randomly placed and you just feel like it's not like it's odd.
yeah,
I just
odd.
think, oh, you're odd. And I'm thinking, I'll still go because you could be, even though like a wacko job, it could be true. Anyway, this one was weird. Like it was a rundown house. And as we walked, like it was just so bizarre. She had like 5 or 6 dogs, like, and they were like pit bulls.
Pit bulls,
which
yeah.
freaked me out. I thought, these
Yeah,
fuckers are
they're
going to kill
ugly.
me. They're going to eat me.
Yeah, they're
while
ugly.
she's reading me, pretending to read.
Yeah.
And then she had missing teeth. And I was like, as you're walking in the house, you're going, she could be legit. Like, and me and my girlfriend, I remember we were walking out and I was thinking, I said to her, where the fuck have you taken me? She goes, apparently she's fantastic. I go, oh my God. And as we're walking, she goes, and as I've looked, she goes, watch the floor. There's missing pieces. And I've looked and there's literally, so it's on a wooden, there's still like wooden houses.
Yeah.
Like
There's
you're
holes in the
looking,
ground.
there's holes in the fucking
Oh.
floor. It was just so, and you see and I'd be like, and she'd be like, do you want something to eat? And we're like,
No.
or drink. And I'm like trying to be nice. The water's there, did not touch. I thought, fuck me. Like it's probably like got all kinds of stuff in it. Anyway.
It could be kerosene.
But after all that, when we got past that, and I thought, as long as she's going to tell me what's happening, then I can die. Like
Yeah.
I don't care if she kills me afterwards. I just want to know for that split second that I'm cool. This was years back. She actually said to me, I think I've said this to you. She said to me that my brother will finally be, will be with someone, and we will be quite close. Like, would you? Because I was like, will I get along with this bitch? Like, will she be forever? And all she said, well, she didn't say anything about kids. She goes, yeah, you'll get along. Like, I got along with all of them. I didn't particularly like them. I just got along with them. She goes, yeah, you'll go have a relationship with her. She'll be a lot of fun.
Oh,
and I was like, that's cool. And then that's when
nice.
she said to me I was pregnant, but I didn't realise I was pregnant with my eldest. So I was like, oh no, she knew I had miscarried and stuff like that. I was like, well, this bitch is like on fire. Because I forget. And I'm like, no, I haven't even miscarried. I'm thinking, fucking just happened.
But that's your survival mode.
Yeah.
That's
No,
survival
so
mode.
she said a few things. Yeah, it was quite funny.
Oh, wow. So that one did resonate.
I have gone through, like, I've mostly mediums, like, met, like they've said stuff about family members and it's not made any sense to me. And then I've got, like, a few things, like, had to tell my dad, and he was like, what the fuck are you going on about? And then, he'd come back and go, oh, my God, like, this is what happened when I was young. 'Cause, you forget things when you were younger too. And then, things like messages, and he's like, oh, my God, it makes sense.
So just wanted to let you, but I actually forgot to tell you girls this, and I think it works well with what we're talking about at the moment. 3 days from getting back from Europe, right? I'm waiting for my son's physio to come through the door. It's about 4:40, and she's due probably about 5 o'clock. And I'm in the kitchen, and I can hear a tapping on the door. And I went, oh, is that you, whoever? I won't say the name. And let me come open the door. But when I came to my door, which is all glass, you girls have seen it, the tapping's coming from the bottom of the door. And I'm
Weird.
going, hold on, why are you tapping at the bottom of the door? I get closer to the door, it's a crow tapping on my door.
Tapping.
What does that mean?
So I'm looking going, oh my God. And you know how you go, and I could see the shape of the crow. I got to get my phone and film this to show everyone. And I got back and the crow was gone. But I reckon I was there about 40 seconds and the crow was tapping. So the crow, I've looked it up, and look, you can ask anybody close females to me. I won't mention names. It means death. But it also means transformation and a message from the underworld.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a
So you just said you just got back from Europe.
Just got back. So I was feeling, am I like still pissed, or am I,
She was.
am I seeing things? Because it was the weirdest experience. Like, and I went to go grab my phone, and
That's so crazy.
and the crow's gone. So I've never seen that.
Oh, it gives me shivers.
Yeah.
I'm getting
hate
thinking
crows.
of that Edgar Allan Poe poem. you know that Craven Raven at my door, tap,
Yeah.
tap, tapping.
Oh,
down the
see,
law. That
no,
one?
you've given me shivers.
You
Yeah,
know
I
that one?
Yes.
Just the way you said it then, tap, tap, tapping at my
Oh,
door.
anyway.
That's crazy.
Moving on,
Ooh.
sorry.
No,
Remind me of that.
that's
Yeah.
so interesting.
Yeah. Mm.
What was I going to ask? I was going to ask something just before, but it's all right. Talked about.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes. So when we had Gypsy Maggie Rose here, no, I remember.
Yeah.
So when we had Gypsy Maggie Rose here, she mentioned the balsamic in the
Yeah,
pasta.
I'm going to
Have you
Melbourne this
called?
weekend.
Okay.
Oh, you'll find out.
Yes.
Yeah, please do
Cool.
it. And can you
Going
please
this
tell
weekend, I'll
us?
find out.
You let us know about
Yeah, 'cause
that.
they all think I'm mad. I was like, yeah, I know, but let's just try it.
Yeah,
see how
do
you go.
it.
It's great.
So I'll let you know.
Okay.
Did you have throughout your life as well? Have you had any like sliding doors moments where you feel like you made one choice and it like you could have made another choice and gone on this massive like separate path?
Oh, yeah, heaps.
Mm.
Especially like with dancing, we had so many opportunities, and then especially in the last like with my last partner, like we just things just didn't eventuate because a lot of our friends, you know, with all that Dance with the Stars stuff,
Oh yeah.
a lot of like people that I know, a lot of them that are on like so in America, there's so many like that they're from Australia and they actually like we all competed against each other and you know we go out and stuff like that. They've all gone on to have their big careers over
Professional.
there.
Wow.
And you think, wow, like they did like Broadway, you know, like all this kind of stuff. And you thought I had moments where we could have gone with that, but then I don't think I would have.
Is that the professional path to take?
No, I
with
think it's
dancing,
just,
or-
I think people got more interested in it and it got popular and that was another avenue. She didn't really make it big like that. Like there were TV shows like in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that. But yeah, it wasn't really, I think now it's on such a different platform. Like it's really.
Yeah.
So now in Australia, or are you
Just
talking
think everywhere.
generally
just
speaking?
in general,
Yeah.
like it's a style now that, you know, everyone loves. It's so commercialized now. Like people,
Music
you know,
videos.
oh,
You were
God.
in a music video,
Were
weren't
I've
you?
been in a few, but I've got to be careful what I say because like there was
You don't have to say the name of the person
there
if
was
you don't
a
want to.
singer that passed away, but that was an experience.
Wow,
I saw
right.
that person doing a lot of stuff.
Okay. Wonder why they
They were really true in the tabloids.
Yeah.
why did you pass away?
We had all like I got to say I've had like I think my favourite one was Pavarotti when he did his last like that was actually really cool. His last concert before he died. Like he was just, you know, like his reputation it is true. Like he was, you know, he was a real Italian. Like I'll never forget. We did like there was a few of us that got asked. We did like there was a dinner afterwards. Sorry, I lied. There was a dinner before he started the concerts. Like it was like an intimate thing, and it was insane. Like it's so like some stars are just bizarre. He had bodyguards surrounding him. We got told not to speak to him unless he spoke to us. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? But he was, you know, when we were talking to when he met us, clearly. So we danced for him. And then it was like the dress, I remember I had a gold dress and it was all not tassels. It was all like beaded. It was a beaded dress. And basically how it was made, it was a nude. It just was like a halter neck, just covered my tits and it went down. And then it was literally a band. So it was like my tits were out and you could just see what I had for breakfast.
Sounds very Sharon Stone.
So the dress was like the band was short, but it was covered in bugle beads. Like my coach and me, we were like just doing that all night watching, you know, smoking. I think we were watching Torchwood. It was like a series. We were just watching this sci-fi for the whole fucking weekend, just covered in smoke, just go while we're doing this. And then she was like stitching it. So the dress, going back to the dress, like the dress was tasteful and it had like the lowest back. So it was just like, and you know, my boobs were out, my vag was there, and it was just like, and he was eating. I'll never forget it. So he was obviously in his suit, you know, what do you call the white thing?
Tuxedo?
Yeah, the tux, but you know that white kind of thing that they have, like that goes in the V. Oh, anyway, he was wearing that. So he had his
prick vest.
He had his napkin on that was white. He was eating pasta, like it was spaghetti, and it was just the whole. And he was, you know, rolling as a good Italian does, and he was just eating as he was staring, and it was like he didn't say anything, and it was just like my tits are like I'm really feeling uncomfortable, and he's just staring while he was eating, and all you could see was the sauce was going, like I'm just looking at the meat, like the sauce was going on the napkin, and I didn't want to turn, and I'm like, we were whispering, I was like, oh, good Lord, this cunt, and I was like, oh my God, like we're just laughing, and I think he started talking to us, but it was mostly me. He didn't do it to my partner, and I think he was like going, whenever you're in Italy, come and you can do a performance for me. I was like, yeah, no worries. And you're like, yeah, I would do that.
So creepy.
It was just
thank God he died.
It was just one of those like, did he fucking just say it? And he's like, did he just pick you up? It's like,
I'd be like, you're going to fly me to
it was
Italy?
just bizarre moments like that. Like we've met, you meet stars and you
Yeah.
think they're going to be so cool. And then they're like either total tosses or
Yeah.
like, I had a lot of random, really random stuff.
That's
But
so
like cool people, like we met like all kinds of people, Elton John, like just really cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in odd situations,
Yeah.
Yeah. The VIP kind of lifestyle.
Will be so different now.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have taken that trip to Italy.
Quickly, okay, just your favourite place to go. Well, you have a favourite place besides, let's say besides Croatia, a favourite place.
Do you know what? I really, only because it'd be recent, I really did love Spain.
Okay.
I just, you know what it is? I just love the culture.
Yep.
It was mostly the dancing that really got me.
Mine's
Paso
It's just,
Doble.
where it originates. It's just that history.
Yeah.
I really loved Spain.
And then going back to Croatia, do you have a favourite place in
And
Croatia?
only because I've recently been there. And I love Korčula.
Okay, I haven't
Little
been there yet.
islands.
Mm-hmm.
And it's stunning. It's just, I don't know, it's so cute. It's a big island and that's one part of the island.
Yeah.
And it's actually next door to where my parents are from.
Yep.
But that was really, really nice.
Pretty is it's right in the like lots of white. I've gone past in a boat, but I've actually never stopped there.
It's, you know what
Like
it is?
it's a circle.
Yeah, but do you know what it is? It's like, and this is the weirdest thing. I hate Dubrovnik, where Game of
It's a bit
Thrones was.
touristy. Yeah.
I don't know, with me, hate's a strong word, but I've just never, I've gone there once, it's great. It's just to me too touristy and it's like meh. The thing is though, Korčula's like, they call it like mini Dubrovnik.
All
But
right.
for me, I don't know, it's just something, it's so small and it's just like, and they've got so much culture in there and it's just beautiful, and the stones and the stairs, it's just something gorgeous.
And so I'm going to give you 3 minutes before we go into our last segment. I want you to give me a brief overview of your wedding day in Croatia.
Oh, fuck.
Brief.
Wedding day.
Come on, give me
Do
this.
you know what's funny? Because I just went past there, the place is smashed down. So we were married in the Riviera, like their Riviera, it was beautiful, Verde di Mare, like it's no longer there. My wedding, well, the week that started was the hens that started for a week. It was bad. And that night before we said we weren't going to drink and we were going to drink and then we were going to go to a concert and thank fuck I didn't end up going because I would have been fucked. So the wedding I think was at 4 or 5.
Yep.
And we were drinking the whole day, which was stupid. It was 45 degrees because we got a heat wave that had come from Italy. And I did not know that apparently you're supposed to have like several dresses to change into because I just had one because in Perth we just do fucking one. Like in Australia it's just one, yeah? So we were drinking, having a laugh. We were late, of course. We paid, I think, $1,000 donation to put the aircon on. Didn't fucking work. We had pre-drinks at because we did it in the middle of the week. Because I did it so no family would come and everyone fucking came. Because I'm an islander, so the islanders came and then like we had 31, 32 people that rocked up on the day. And because we had a, thank God, wedding planner and we didn't give a shit. We're like, yeah, bring him in. And she was like, oh my God, having a heart attack. It was great. It was just so hot. We had, I think 8, I can't remember, 6, maybe 8 courses.
Wow.
That went, you know what they're like. So if we were from there, we would have done all the traditions, but we were just like, whatever. So everyone was pretty pissed. Then they did the church and then we had drinks afterwards because there was a bit of a gap. And then we all walked to the restaurant, which wasn't far from
Beautiful.
the church, which was stunning, but we were hot. Everyone was drunk. Like my mum was pissed, my auntie, because, instead of water, we were drinking. And then it got to the point like everyone was drinking from a bottle. So at one point the wedding planner's like, people coming to the bar and they're getting the spirits. And we're like, let them go, I can get the spirits. But then it got to a point, I think halfway through, I think our last meal, which freaked me out, was a head of a goat.
Yes.
And I did not know, like Alan organised it and that's to help all the piss heads to sober up. So you have your last dish is a meat dish. And I think that was early in the morning. I think we left there about 3:30, 4 because everyone kind of left. My mum had Maxim and then we went clubbing and then was much left of clubbing because they were closing. So your mum was leaving to get on a bus. Me and Alan, you got to understand, I don't know what I did in the club, but when I look at pictures, my dress was completely black. Like, I mean, it looked like and apparently I was on the bar, somehow landed on the floor, but I hadn't hurt myself. And so obviously it was dirty and you're near a beach. So I had, I don't know, rolled for some reason. So I had black everywhere. So it was black. So I'll tell you this quickly. So we're walking, me and Alan. So we've lost everyone. Me and Alan are walking. And then we're like, oh, Lucy, Alan. It's your mum at the bus stop waiting. And she's giving us hugs and we're like, whatever. And Alan has, I think I've told you, Alan has a habit when he's drunk to start undressing himself. So we're on the Riviera. People are starting to come out. They're cleaning. Some are there with their coffees already. And so he's undressing and I'm like, oi, don't, like, people are fucking looking at you. Just wait till we get home. Like, we're on the other side of town. So as we're walking, we're getting there. So he's half dressed. Then he fucking leaves me, but I didn't click. So where we were staying small apartment, but the terrazza was like 3 times the size of the fucking thing.
Split.
Alan's gone inside and I don't know what I was doing, looking down. He's not there anymore. And I didn't know what the fuck to do. And I only had Wi-Fi in the building. So I'm texting my girlfriends who had left because we lost them to help me get out, because I couldn't get out the dress. But I couldn't get into the apartment, which I'll tell you, if only I'd done this, I would have got in. So I was freaking out. So I'm texting them, then running like 2 blocks to get to where they were. Then they weren't answering the door. And then because I was on Wi-Fi, but, you know, back then. So then I'd had to walk all the way back. And it's fucking hot. And again, I've forgotten I've had makeup. So I'm smudging. So I've got black, literally like panda eyes. And there's all old over there, you know, they're early up the old.
And you're in a wedding dress.
Old grannies. So I'm like, you know, saying, you know, good morning. And they're like literally crossing because it's like, I look like the devil. Anyway, finally after so many times coming up and back, I finally got into where my girlfriends were. They were able to take, because it was button-down dress, because I was getting like, it's like, I don't get hives. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting hives. I'm getting anxiety. They undressed me. You would thought if I was sober, I would have had a change of clothes. But no, as I'm running down to just get fucking home, and mind you, we had a lunch at 12 and this is about 11:30.
Oh, no.
So that's how long it took me. I'm running down my dress. I didn't realise my dress is halfway down. Like one side's down. So my tits popped out. So as I was like, you know, saying morning for the 70th time to the old ladies, they were literally like, like shock. Then I get to the stairs and I thought, I can't open the door, but the thing was, if I just pushed a bit harder, the door would have fucking opened because it wasn't open properly. And Alan found me on the stairs and he's like literally gone, oh, get up. He goes, oh my God, what the fuck? He goes, we're going to lunch like in 10 minutes, hurry up. So it was like a quick.
Oh my goodness.
So it was,
oh my God.
It was horrible. And then it continued while the celebrations continued on afterwards. Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh my
it was
God.
actually fun, but yeah, it was actually, you know what, we all danced and everyone was happy.
Yes, and
Well,
that's,
they were
all,
drunk.
and that's all it needs to be.
But heat does that to you. You know, you have to hydrate.
Yeah.
You should hydrate with the right liquids.
Water.
Yeah, not spirits.
Well, I don't think they have water over there.
No. They put Campari in the breakfast menu.
Yeah.
It's great.
But I do have photos. Oh, and because I was hot, I did rip my dress. And then your mum came in because she's a seamstress and got a knife. And she's like, they do it along the seams. I was like, fuck the seams. And I literally grabbed it and just take the fuck out of it. So that was halfway through the night.
Thanks for that, Lucy. I just wanted everyone
You're
to hear about it
welcome.
because I think it's one of the funniest
It actually was
wedding stories.
It was a really good wedding, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can't really quite recall.
No, I've heard positive things.
I've seen photos. Like
Yeah.
I've got a bus stop with my legs spread open and my dress is like all black and I'm like this.
So, Alex, on that segue, do you want to
Yes, I was going to ask you now.
do the finish the sentence
Yeah.
segment with
Oh, shit, okay.
Lucy.
So I'll read you the first half of a sentence and then you've got to finish it with the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, Christ.
So, I will never listen to my mum about.
Going overseas, especially when she hasn't been there, because I'm going to die. Always you end up dying.
I will always believe in.
Myself.
That's good.
Being philosophical.
My favourite childhood memory is.
Not dying, because my cousins were always trying to stab each other. No, it's true. I got a screwdriver at the back of my neck.
Oh, my
Only
God.
because
Wow.
my cousin.
Okay, you're serious.
No, my cousin was teasing her brother, and then she ducked, and the fucking screwdriver got into my neck.
Oh my God.
Boy, did he run. We didn't see him for the whole day.
Yeah. That was so lucky.
No, it's true. True story.
I am always right when.
I say things, especially to my husband.
My husband has the greatest.
Tongue. No, sorry, rhythm. On the dance floor, I meant. Oh, sorry. All of the above.
So your brother
No, he's
has
good at
the
talking.
greatest.
He's good at talking.
I don't wanna
We
know.
have conversations. He's very good at talking.
Yeah.
Silver tongue.
Yeah,
Is
silver
that what they
tongue.
call it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I will always shop in person for.
Anything to do with shopping. Anything.
Yeah, you enjoy the
Oh, you
in
have to do
person.
with vibrators. Should be in person.
That's probably the one thing you can order online.
Oh, yeah, true.
You can't really
true.
try it in
You
the
want to
store.
know it. You want to look at it. You want to feel it.
Yep.
No shopping to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clothes.
The biggest waste of talent is
Oh, what do you mean?
like,
Somebody that didn't achieve
Yeah.
something. What's
So-
the biggest waste of talent? They could have been this massive superstar
Oh,
or something, and they
God.
weren't.
And I'm just thinking, I can't think of anyone.
Who's fallen like off the?
Cousins, maybe, because I just saw him at telethon.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
watching
Ben
the last
Cousins.
hour.
I was like, I
okay,
think
didn't
mean
watch that
Cousins is
show.
in Humans
Yeah.
of Cousins. Yeah. Carlton Football Club must.
Oh, support. Hello, the only team to support.
Good.
And wear their merchandise, even though I don't, only wear the scarf because I'm wearing my other stuff. You should support. Mm-hmm.
My favourite food in winter is
Oh, soup.
Yeah.
Soup.
What kind of soup?
Yeah,
Home-
mum soup.
my mum's soup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's lovely.
Which is the chicken soup with, she does the carrots and the pumpkin, but she
does it good.
purees it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good.
We call it Bubba soup for Raph. That's what
Yeah,
he
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
rubber soup. Babs's.
Yeah. My favourite TV show growing up was
Oh, I hate Saturday.
Yeah.
Agro
Yeah.
was so wrong in what he said. I love it.
Pluck a Duck.
Oh, pluck it. Yes. I was actually watching those Recovery is a good one too. I was watching the old shows
Reruns.
of Agro. The shit that he said.
I know.
Yeah.
Even
What did he say in the one of them? He goes, "Oh, you got a hot pussy," and it was just like, "Oh my god!" It was like a kid's show, and he's saying shit like that. And back then, it would have gone over your head.
Yeah. I would love to have dinner with
Oh, only because I saw the doco. Jeff Buckley,
my favourite location in Perth is
South Fremantle, or actually Carnarvon, or both.
in Perth.
Okay.
Oh, okay, whatever. I didn't hear the question clearly. You know what your brother puts up with.
I wish I had travelled to.
Cuba.
Oh, that's
we'll
a
go.
good one.
Cuba would be good
When we get
Yeah.
famous.
without the kids.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I have a whole list of places to go without kids. My 16-year-old self would never say stay home and do homework.
Yeah, sorry there. I was like, I did a lot of stuff when I was 16 and I'd do it again. Yeah, I don't know.
Would never be caught dead doing.
Homework?
Yeah.
Actually going to school.
My favourite meal to cook for my family is.
My favourite meal would be purchased meals
Yes.
from restaurants.
Yeah.
And then camouflage as if I've done it.
Beautiful.
That would be, that'd be, yeah. Cooking, yeah, no, love, no.
That's good.
Thanks, Lucy. That was really interesting. Very good.
I'm glad we got that.
Yeah, it was funny.
Oh, God, I hated that.
No, it's all
No,
done.
it's all right. It's all in fun. And just quickly, just wanted to mention a wine of the week before we close the show. Charles Melton, Rose of Virginia Rosé. It's like Ribena on steroids. I highly recommend it. It's dark. It's made from 100% Grenache grapes from the Barossa Valley. It's got a bit more depth in it. So you could have this with steaks, barbecue, Christmas morning, whatever you like. It's really easy to drink. Like I've had 6 bottles in the last. I
over that.
I won't even say the number of days.
when
but
she said
it's-
Ribena on steroids.
it's really nice. And we call that a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lucy, for your time.
Lucy.
That was lovely. See you next time. Bye.